How do you deal with a client with bad taste?
Well, I mean, most people have bad taste. I had bad taste before I spent 5 years in design school, and then
Yeah.
a subsequent
Yeah.
45 years being a designer. And my wife still says my taste is not all that great. I think we graduated from design school, and we expect everyone to sort of either be as good a designer as we are, or just shut up and meekly take orders from their superiors, us, who have been to 5 years of design school. So neither of those is going to work.
And how many times are you under your breath saying, damn it, they're right, it wasn't good?
I'm really against educating the client. I don't think the client needs to be educated about design. I think most of the time, in terms of human nature, what's really happening is someone hires you to do something, and it's very unfamiliar. It's there's a lot of things there's a lot of transactions you have all the time, and you can learn what your favorite place is to get that thing transacted. Mm-hmm. If it's what's your favorite coffee shop? Do you like this dentist or do you like the other dentist? Whoever it is, right? If you actually want to hire a graphic designer, for a lot of people, it hardly ever happens. You're not going to do it every other day, right? It's really a rare thing,
right.
And most people don't hire graphic designers, and not only that, but it means you don't know how to do it yourself. You either have come to believe or have been told that you need to get someone to do this thing for you. You know that it can be done well or not so well. You think about when it's really been done well, and a lot of times you'll sort of think, well, if I want a logo, I'd like a logo like the Nike swoosh, and you sort of don't have the sophistication to understand what made that a good logo, and you don't know anything about the specifics of what the circumstances were that attended its original presentation to its client, which was disastrous. But basically, I say all that to sort of remind us that you're insecure in that position. And if you've got the wherewithal to hire a graphic designer to do some work, you're used to being in charge and you know what you're doing. You have a successful business. If it's a logo, you're good at running whatever company it is that requires the logo. Now, suddenly you're in this position where you don't really know how to do the thing you need done. And people react in all sorts of different ways when they're in that position of having to approve and buy something, and they can't tell by looking at it whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
And I think graphic designers are we have all these different ways of dealing with that. And I never had that kind of personality. So what I always thought it came down to is you sort of had to trust the person.